All right, and the next is a story about overcoming adversity. Autism did not prevent one young man from pursuing his dream.
Matthew Kenslow is a substitute teacher with autism and the author of Unstoppable: How One Person with Autism is Never Giving Up on His Lifelong Dream to Become a Teacher and Worldwide Influencer.
He's often called the best sub by students. Teachers and administrators frequently ask him to come back to teach.
He told me how he was able to stay focused on his dream and how he didn't let anything or anyone hold him back.
I would say that just perseverance and just believe in yourself. And I always knew I wanted to be a teacher and a writer since early elementary school, and I never gave up.
What was the most difficult part on your journey thus far?
Well, for writing, the writing is easy, but trying to get it published, it was a learning experience. And then for teaching, the credential program here in California is very rigorous, but I persevered.
Yes, that is really inspiring. And can people truly achieve whatever they set their mind to, disability or not, as long as they are really determined?
Yes, I believe so, as long as it's practical and as long as they're not trying to be someone that they're not, but they're trying to be themselves.
And you had a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome, and that also involves part of the autism spectrum disorder. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yes, Asperger's syndrome was my diagnosis. It's no longer a diagnosis. It was under DSM-4, but it was described as more of a mild form of autism. But I also believe that autism is more of like a circular spectrum. So in other words, once you meet one person, you haven't met everyone with autism.
I see. And what advice do you have for people who may be going through a tough time, say with a disability or otherwise, and they really want to achieve their goals?
My number one advice is don't allow the label of autism or whatever disability to slow you down. If I could do the things that I could do, then so can you, plus more. Again, I believe anyone could do whatever they set their heart and mind to do as long as it's practical. Sometimes we have to learn to go through things and not around things. And lastly, just don't give up on what you want to do and who you want to be in life.
And Matthew, in learning more about your bio, you faced challenges like discrimination. How were you able to emerge from that and become stronger?
I'd say forgiveness, too, like forgiving the people who have hurt me in that way. But also it propelled me to take a stand and advocate so that it doesn't happen to me or anyone again, to the best of my ability.
Yeah, and now you are currently a substitute teacher in Newport Mesa Unified School District. What's the most rewarding part about that job?
Just being able to fulfill my passions, what I've always wanted to do, but also hearing like from the students about being like, I mean, students call me the best sub sometimes, and faculty and parents also have showed their appreciation for me teaching too.
And why do you want to become an influencer on a global stage?
I feel like there's a need out there, and I like teaching and I like advocating as well. So I just felt that I could do it and seeing how far I could get.
That's really excellent hearing from you today. Matthew Kenslow, author and substitute teacher on autism, thank you.
My pleasure.